Hello guys, it's Ada's Recipes here. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I'm going to be showing you how to make bread buns. Okay, so this bread buns is a bread buns you want to watch to the end. Okay, if you want to learn how to make simple, easy bread buns, okay, that you and your family will enjoy. You definitely love this one. So this is a video you want to stick around, carefully watch. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is to get a bowl, and we're going to be sifting in our flour in here. We're going to be sifting in 500 grams or 4 cups of flour, okay? Of course, you're supposed to sift your flour to trap unwanted particles, to trap dirt, okay? So that is the major aim of sifting your flour. Like, you shouldn't skip this part, okay? Because you don't want to have particles in your bread buns. So bread buns is a very yummy snack. Okay, it's also called poki. Okay, people love this. If you grew up in Nigeria, you must have enjoyed these buns, okay, during your childhood period. For me, I enjoyed these buns, okay, and this is an easy street snack that children and adults enjoy. And this is a filling snack. Once you just have a bite, okay, and enjoy with water or even any soft drink, you get full. So as you guys can see, I'm sifting my flour. Like I said, this process is what you shouldn't skip. You should make sure you sift your flour. So you can use any type of flour for this particular recipe. Okay, I'm using all-purpose flour, and of course you can get it anywhere they sell bakery materials. So as you guys can see, this is the particles and unwanted particles we don't want. So I didn't think we didn't sift, we wouldn't have trapped all these dirt you're seeing here. So if you are in the eastern part of Nigeria, they all also call it mbadume, depending on where you stay. So people, I think, in the western part of Nigeria call this poki, and some other parts of Nigeria. But from the eastern part, I think they have another name for this particular snack. Like I said, some people call it mbadume. So mbadume in English language, okay, it's something that is filling. So if you're very hungry and just take it, okay, you feel full. So this is the sifted flour. Remember, I said this is 500 grams of flour, which is equivalent to 4 cups. Okay, so after sifting the flour, I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of salt, 70 grams of sugar. So this is 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm going to be sifting the baking powder to trap unwanted particles in case there is any. So I transfer to the sieve or sifter, then I sift. So here I have my milk flavor. So this is 2 tablespoons of milk flavor, and I'm going to be mixing this milk flavor with 150 ml of water. So this is 150 ml of water. Then I have 2 tablespoons of milk flavor here. You can as well use ordinary milk powder or powdered milk. So I'm going to be pouring in this water, 150 grams of water, into this milk flavor, and I'm going to dissolve this milk flavor, okay, in this water. So after mixing and mixing, and make sure that the milk is well dissolved in the water, I'm going to kind of make a hole. But before that, make sure that you mix all the dry ingredients, very well mixed together, mix very well. Make sure it's well combined and well incorporated. Then I'm going to make a hole, okay. Then I'm going to pour in this particular mixture. Then I pour it into this. Then I'm going to mix. Just take your time to mix and mix and mix. So after mixing for a while, I'm going to be adding 40 ml of cooking oil or vegetable oil. Then I continue to mix. Keep mixing, no worries. You're going to still top up water, but you have to mix very well and make sure the initial water is well incorporated in the flour. This is 100 ml of water, but we are going to be introducing it little at a time. So you add the remaining. Remember that the second water we added was 100 ml in total. Okay, then you're going to mix and mix till you get a non-sticky dough. So don't be tempted to add water here, because you might be tempted to add water. Just keep going, okay? What you have to do is to keep kneading to make the dough come together. So as you guys can see, the dough is coming together. The truth of the matter is, this is where that determines how your bread buns is going to come out. So you need to patiently keep mixing and kneading to get that perfect dough, which will give you that perfect bread buns. So when the dough must have come together like so, you're going to transfer to a flat surface and continue to knead. So I'm going to keep kneading until you have a good smooth dough. This is where you cut according to your desired shape and sizes, okay? So I cut it into 4 sections, as you guys can see. Okay, and I'm going to kind of flatten the dough. I'll flatten this one. I'm going to set aside, and I'm going to repeat. I have these two, and I'm going to combine this and this. Okay, then I'm going to still flatten further. I can still decide to fold again. I can still fold again, then flatten. So if you noticed, I've folded it for up to like 4 times. Okay, I can even choose to fold again, then flatten. I think this will be the last folding. This is it. I can just choose to cut out the ends. Okay, cut out the ends. Let me leave this particular side like this. Then let me cut this like this. Just choose, whatever shape you want. So this is what I have. I need to cut this one into half like this. Okay, like this. Like this. Cut this into 2, this into 2. We have our bread buns dough here, so you can just cut to any shape and sizes you want. Okay, so this is the particular shape this one has, so it's time to fry. So the next thing we're going to do is to place the pan on the stove, and we're going to be pouring in our cooking oil. So let me test the oil. So once the stick bubbles, the dough is ready to be fried. So this is okay like this. and don't overcrowd. So make sure you fry on low medium heat, because if the heat is too high, it might not get done inside, and we don't want that. So you want it to cook gradually inside. So let's flip to the other side. So our bread buns is almost ready. So the next thing I'm going to do is to transfer it to a sieve or a paper towel to drain excess oil. This bread buns is what you want to try out. So it's crunchy. Are you hearing the sound? Transfer to a paper towel to drain excess oil. This is our tasty and yummy bread buns. This bread buns is easy to come up with, as you guys can see, and is ready. So this is how it looks like, and this is how the inside looks like. I'm also going to still leave the measurements and the ingredients in the description box. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and as well subscribe. See you guys in my next one, and have a lovely day. Bye.